Justice Venkatacharya and all the distinguished judges who are present here today, all the distinguished participants from several countries. Welcome to all of you. At the outset, I must mention that speaking after Justice Venkatacharya is a very hard act to follow. Justice Venkatacharya, as was mentioned, is the paterfamilias of the Indian judiciary, an extremely learned man, an extremely wise man, and to follow him is a difficult task. But I would like to share some views on the functioning of APCAM in the future and what we are looking forward to. There are, a few things that are extremely important. One is that in this Asia-Pacific region, we have a diverse set of cultures. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's very good. We need this diversity. But when it comes to following certain rules and procedures in dispute resolution, particularly arbitration, then the different rules that have been framed or the different laws that have been framed over the years, depending upon the culture of the country, would cause confusion to persons from other parts of the world. For example, if I was to go from India to some other country in the Asia Pacific, I would find it very difficult to understand their laws and to try and implement those laws through a judgment or through an arbitration award. And I'm sure it would be the same for others coming to India as well. So really, what APCAM is trying to do, and it is going to achieve that, is to bring about uniformity in the procedures, to bring about uniformity in the processes when we are dealing with arbitration. Now that is very important because then, you see, there could be a situation where the three arbitrators are from three different countries. The two parties before the arbitral tribunal are from two other countries. So actually you will have 5 people from 5 different countries in an arbitration dispute in an international arbitration. And that can then become very confusing because the understanding of the law and so on would be different for everyone. So I think this uniform system is something that is really remarkable. And if we are able to achieve it, and I'm sure with all of us being present over there, we will be able to achieve it. It will bring about a sea change, I believe, in arbitration and resolution of disputes across different regions of Asia Pacific and later on in different parts of the world as well. The second very important thing is the rules of ethics that are postulated by APCAM. So I think it is very important that, again, because of cultural differences, it is important that a code of ethics which is understood and appreciated and implemented by all of us through this uniformity in the ethical practices and principles will give much greater strength and will give much greater trust and confidence amongst the litigants who come before an arbitral tribunal. They know, the litigants will know, number one, that the members of the arbitral tribunal are persons who are competent, who are selected after a process. They know that they will have certain basic ethical standards. So whatever the judgment, it will be accepted. Whatever the award, that will be accepted. I think that is, something that is that one should be proud of, that when an award is delivered or when a judgment is delivered, both the parties, including the party that loses in the arbitration or loses in a case, is satisfied that justice has been done. That is very important. And I think APCAM will be able to achieve that through the rules on ethical practices. These are, I think, two very important aspects. Of course, there is going to be uniformity in the fees that is paid to the arbitrators. Very, very important, so that the standardization, I think, will bring about some degree of sanity in the fees that are paid to arbitrators. But overall, if you look at it in the larger context, not only in terms of arbitration, but also in terms of mediation, which is going to be the first step before arbitration, if the parties are able to resolve their disputes in what we as mediators call a win-win situation, there will, of course, be no need to go in for arbitration. So really, our efforts of all of us have to be to ensure, to try and see if a mediated settlement can be arrived at. If it can, excellent. If it cannot, well, perhaps the parties will have to go in for arbitration, and once they get the award, hopefully they will be satisfied. So really, these are steps that have been taken, small steps, but which will have huge results for the entire Asia-Pacific region. I'm pretty confident that with the guidance of some of our legal luminaries over here, academics, and so many others, I'm sure that we'll achieve the harmony that all of us are looking at throughout the world. In terms of dispute resolution, we talk about commercial disputes, but yes, there are all other kinds of disputes. Perhaps even those can be taken care of by APCAM. So I would wish all of you, we are all in a partnership, so to speak. I would wish all of you and all of us actually all the very best, and all the best to APCAM for achieving whatever the objectives they have set out to achieve. Thank you very much and all the best.